Hello everyone and welcome back to another Piggy Plus live stream. Today we're going to be talking about a number of different things that we're going to be doing today in today's Piggy Build Mode map live stream, as well as a bunch of other things. If we hit our sub goal of, it's not updated yet, 1,675 subscribers, we're going to be playing your Piggy maps. That's something that you guys have long been looking forward to, and believe me, I think I've run out of stuff to do, and no, I'm never going to run out of stuff to do. Who am I kidding? Of course, we're going to be doing a bunch of different interesting things in this map, but of course, today we're going to be focusing on a bunch of different projects that we've been working on. So we have a bunch of current projects that we've been working on in this map lately, and a few of them are, for instance, the airport. Oh gosh, this might be a nightmare. It's very laggy right now. It's going just as many frames per second as you see on screen right now. It's very slow. I was debating whether or not to do the stream when I saw that. I have this on like one of the lowest qualities right now, and it's unbearably slow right now. So we got the airport, and right now you see the wing that's been, for the most part, finished. We're gonna be doing a variety of other things regarding that. We're gonna show you some floor plans that we have made that I've drawn up for that. There's a specific floor plan that I'm gonna be showing you guys that is more so about not the departure terminal. The departure terminal is what you're looking at right now on screen behind me, and then the main gate terminal, so to speak, because I couldn't think of a better name off the top of my head when drawing up the map idea in the floor plans, and this is what I came up with. So I thought, when you go to airports, they're mostly, you see the main, the basic color palette. I don't want to get too much into the arts of it, but essentially it's the design, the theming, so to speak. There's not much of any. It's very commercial, very industrial. That's not the right words either, but it's very gray. A lot of metals, a lot of carpets that are all not even contemporary, just like bland color choices. And there's one way I guess you could say to make that more vibrant. And I thought, why not give it a theme, just to reduce the stress, so to speak. I don't know, for what it's worth. Why not try it? And we did our own version of an airport. When I mean we, I just mean me. We built out this entire airport. When I mean entire, I also don't mean the entire thing yet, because we still have more to build right here. We got 3 main pieces to the building. We completed what now is, I think, going to be the smallest or the second smallest. But as you can see, this building, it's going to be, I don't even know if you can see my cursor. I don't like that. The building towards the back is this rectangular building is what we're going to have for our gate terminal. And there's going to be shopping, dining, and that's where you're going to arrive and depart and get onto the plane from there. That is where I might have a bar grill in there. I might have a few small entertainment type things if I can fit it. I think judging from the size of it, I will be able to. But we have floor plans. Some of them more similar to the certain airports that we've talked about before. I have videos on this stuff. If there are more specific details that you want to see about this airport, we may not even be building. As you can see, it's just too laggy. It's a shame, because I've been doing live streams and building on live streams, and it's just not been working so easily. As you can see, I have little patience just trying to get it to load right now, and I have it on one of the lowest qualities. It's going a few frames per second. I don't know how anyone could stand that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it takes a miracle to have the kind of patience to just sit there and wait for it to load. But when it's not live, when we're not on a live stream, that is when things change. I noticed the live stream, as you can see, I'm not even sure if I'm going like a few frames per second right now. And if that's the case, then I don't even know what to say from there, because that's incredibly annoying, and or I should say frustrating. It's very frustrating that we have to deal with that kind of stuff. So as you can see, there's a patio out here to the left. That is where one of our restaurants is going to be. I initially was debating what to put there, and I'm thinking it could be a wide variety of things. It could be just some lookout tower onto this swamp-looking Biome's not the right word. This landform that we have right here. Because I wanted to mix it up. I didn't want it all to be this river kind of design that you'd see in like Florida or Louisiana or Mississippi. I wanted to change that up. So I kind of blended it in. And you see there's a little crack coming out of the side right here of the airport where inside there's these giant natural trees. We gave it a backstory. There's a whole video talking all about this, all the details and the nitty-gritty stuff regarding that whole thing. We got these giant trees. And the story is they were around for hundreds and hundreds of years prior to the construction of the airport. And that is what we got so far. Let me see if I can take you in there. It looks very nice inside. However, I was going for this open design, but it looks so open that it doesn't look like I really filled it in with anything substantive, anything dense enough. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that camera angle. Okay, so I took you in the wrong way, but let's see if I can fly you back out and give you the story, because assuming you haven't seen this before, if you are new, this wasn't originally going to be this log cabin wilderness type design. This was going to be a modern log cabin design, and modern, it was more of a, if you were to take a ski resort architecture style for exterior architecture and then mash that with a beach design, something you'd see at a beach house. You smash them together because there is going to be a beach on the other side of this. And that was the original design. But then I realized I changed my mind. I realized that changing my mind was the way I wanted to go with this. And I guess that's it. It looks good in this case, but this is what we got. And let's see. I think the music might be too loud. Yeah. Oh, it's loading again. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. So as you see, this 15-minute parking. I don't know if that's. I don't even know if that's new, based on the last stream that we did. But I just wanted to make sure, because there are people asking, why do you have these parking spots here? Why do you have just a few parking spots? Come on, this is an airport we're talking about. You need to have ample parking spaces, and we're going to solve that issue. I know that's another issue, but these aren't the parking spots. This is nothing more than just a drop-off zone, and you drop off someone, not even pick up, because this is strictly a departure terminal, this building right here. So this was based off of several different buildings, not just one in particular that I have mentioned time and time again on many of my videos. But this is, for those that have seen this stuff, this is old news. Nothing new has changed from the last stream. I'm upset to say that, because I don't know where all the time went, but nothing has changed. Last year, things were changing. The year before that, live stream. This year, we got nothing. We got nothing, and we got to change that, because that is unacceptable. That is completely unacceptable. No YouTube channel should be giving you no content. It's not worth subscribing to them. And I understand that we got to fix that problem as soon as possible. So for those that haven't seen this, I wanted to. Oh, I walked right by it, of course, so I can't even talk about it without showing you why you got there. So I got to give you the full story. So as you, oh gosh. So as you saw that. Wait, how do I get out of this? There. No. There. So you walk out. You walk in. And I said I was going to put something here. I don't know if there's going to be something here, but it's probably going to be, because it's dead space. You got to fill it out with something. You walk in, and you're greeted with something. I mean, if you've seen the pictures, hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that this looks, and this is somewhat loosely inspired off of the Disney's Wilderness Lodge Hotel in Disney World in Orlando. So if you pull up a few images, this looks somewhat similar, maybe. It could definitely be improved, but then again, it's not a sole replica. This is just something for loose inspiration. There's stuff I added that wasn't there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your baggage that you're presumably holding with you, and you give it to the guy. The guy asks you a bunch of questions because this is the airport company you signed up with. And you drop off your luggage, as you see here. It goes on the conveyor belt. And the conveyor belt goes across. Not cool. We're going to be showing you what's back there later. And that conveyor belt goes here. There's a door, though, blocking it. We'll show you where that goes later. As of now, what is there hasn't been built yet. We're gonna be showing you that. So in the meantime, you take either escalator. I mean, you know, I guess it would make more sense to take this, but let's just say you have to go to the bathroom, which I did include. This is a very empty building, and that's something I'm not too pleased with right now. I think that needs to be changed. That is something that needs to be filled in a lot more. But we got these oddly small bathrooms, considering the amount of blank space we have, but I wanted to keep it an open floor plan, but I think I went too far with that, as you may have noticed. Open ceilings, open everything. And I think there's got to be a limit there. So then you go up either escalator. And the reason I say either is because, as you just saw, it doesn't really matter what you're going to take. You're still going to be taking the same side of this fence. And you're going to have to go around this receptionist desk here. I suppose that's what it is. We're going to come up with something for that later. Not in this stream. And then you continue walking here. The lanes will divide into 2 different lanes. This is presumably where TSA would be. We're probably going to have to fill that in a little bit more. This is where you state your name and how old you are and all those kinds of questions that they give you. And then you continue to make your way. This is, I'm not too pleased with this either. I want this to change. This is just not accurate enough. This simply put isn't accurate. It's not good enough. It definitely needs to be improved. But you put your baggage on, you walk through. I mean, the spacing's not even correct either. And then if your item gets confiscated, your baggage gets confiscated or held for review, and the guy tells you, you know, they'll go here essentially. So that's the main point of it. Then there's a lever right here. I don't even remember where I put the first lever. Oh, I remember. So there's 2 sets of levers. I'm basically repeating what I said in one of my main airport tour videos, update videos of what's been happening so far. So I forgot to mention this forest here too. So right next to it, we got this nice forest looking thing right here off to the side, because this is on the side of a mountain. And they only used the space they needed to unearth it, to build a foundation and create to create this airport. So this is just a pathway here. With another door here. I don't know if I originally wanted, before I built this forest, because this is relatively recent to the rest of the building. This whole forest area, before it all, it was just blank. I was thinking, why don't I put a patio right where the door is, and it looks right onto it. And I might go back to that, I don't know. But for now, this is what we have. So then we continue along this way. Doesn't really go anywhere. Depends on what you consider anywhere to be. And you continue. Hey, look, that's the end of the building. Look, I'm gonna go down here because, yeah, this slopes down. And you make your way to the river. We haven't given it a name yet, but that's what we got. We got some nice views. I might put something here like a patio or something. But going back to what I was talking about for a split second and then cut myself off. Back here. Oh gosh, let's do it again. Back here. Wow. This is much more dense than I thought. You jump your way up there. Look at that. You jump your way up there. It's possible. It's not the first thing you'd think of, and it's not obvious because it's blocked by the force. You walk your way once you're on the ceiling. Not the ceiling, the roof. I don't like the lag. This is unnecessary lag. I probably gotta clear out OBS. You know what? And then once you get in there, there's a... Let's see. Where did I... It's right here. Look at this. There's a little hole right here. In the window. You make your way down. Inside the tree. Go down the trunk. You already see that. That gave it away. But anyway, now you're trapped on the inside. This is before you have access to the airport. So you can't... So when I was just wandering around there earlier, I was wandering around, walking through, showing you what I was showing you. That wasn't accessible. Unless you remembered that you needed to open it up. So that's why I have the lever there. I haven't tested that out though. I think I tested it out once maybe. But that was all we had to do. Yeah, that's loading. I don't think we're gonna be able to build on stream. I think those days are behind us. Unless I figure out something to do. Something with OBS. Also, I'm not on a gaming PC, so that's probably stopping me. And I continue my way back up now that I turned it on. Because technically I'm still locked in here because as you saw the invisible blocks are right there. But I continue making my way. I don't know why it's going so slow. And then I don't even need to go back the way I came. I could just jump down. And then the doors would, in theory, be open. And then I'd go about my day. But going back to what I was talking about. We have this lever right here. That lever, if I open that up, that would open up on this side. These doors and this door. So continuing from what I was talking about, you go through this and you make your way. I mean, assuming you're the baggage now. I don't think this is going to take you anywhere special. I'm trying to think of, I mean, in the long run, in the future. So that's where it's going to go. And this spot right here, where I'm walking, this section right here, I wish my mouse was visible to OBS, because yeah, you can't see my mouse. That's annoying. Okay. Oh, you know what I can do? Right in the... Oh, this is going to be annoying. But right in this... It's going really laggy. Right in this area. That didn't help at all. That did not help. Right in this area is where maintenance, filling up the oil, filling up the food for the airplane. The airplane might be... It's probably going to be out a lot farther. Because I realize... we've all been to enough airports to know that this amount of space for the gate terminal. This is just not enough. It's just not ample. So I'm probably gonna have to build off a wing right. Oh, this is annoying. I can't even show you because the mouse is not on screen. This triangular shape right here is gonna be reserved for a patio for a bar and grill that we'll talk about later. But going out in this direction is where we'll have one wing. We might have another wing out in this direction too, towards the back end over here, to get more airplanes in there, because you can't just put them all up across this flat back right here. So we're gonna fix that. And then I guess I'll take you back to where we were. So you walk through here, and now looks a lot better on the inside. Not to say it looks bad on the outside, but this is what we got. says, come sightsee historic Sᴜභꜱ City today, even though you're leaving Sᴜභꜱ. It makes sense, right? I'm gonna have to move that sign, essentially, to something where it's arriving in Sᴜභꜱ City. I'm probably gonna have to put that on the other building, across the river here, because it's advertising Sᴜභꜱ City, but you're leaving Sᴜභꜱ City. And then you got seats right here, because if you look at the sun path, this is something I never would have thought to do if I didn't take a few architecture camps, which I don't know. I don't know about it. It's not looking too good. But what you would be doing is it curves around like this. It curves around. Oh, this is annoying. This I don't even know how I'm gonna explain this, because the mouse is. So it curves around to from the east down to the south and then back up to the north. It makes this parabolic shape, and that's usually the case with most of them. I haven't done much research on it though, so I don't know if that's 100% true, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna say that's what a sun path is, for all intents and purposes. And believe it or not, that's the reasoning for some of the buildings' locations. Like, for instance, I had a patio, not a patio, a balcony and a patio. One's a balcony, one's a patio. And this orange oh, this is annoying. I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe my frustration. But in this building right here that I'm flying over right now, this Mexican restaurant, it perfectly faces on, so it's made for a nice sunset, so that you can see a sunset. And towards the south right here is where the beach will be, and on the east is where the beach will be. As of now, there's gonna be none on the north or the west. But let's see what we got. I just want to have the chat unlocked. Here we go. Here we go. Let's read what's in the chat, because clearly. Okay. Hi, Piggy Plus. Hi. I'm back. I go modern airport, white, blue, gray. What about customs and immigration? Yeah, we're gonna. Don't worry. We got all that stuff covered. This is all in the notes that I hopefully will be able to show you. Oh gosh, it's loading again. No. Yeah, I don't see myself building in this map on a live stream, at least. I mean at the very least I could record, but you know, I'll keep that idea in mind now that I said that out loud. But that's what we're gonna do for now. But you ask, what is that floor plan you said you were gonna do earlier? You told us you were gonna have this floor plan. Now where the heck is it? Okay, let's show you where that floor plan is. Let's show you. Okay. Oh gosh, it's loading. 651. So I gotta update that. It says 575. That's not even remotely accurate. Well, anyway, we got a floor plan to show you here. There it is. And I didn't put it up on screen. Here it is. Boom. There we go. So we got you can see the structure. You can see the road. You can see where the shoot, what are they called? Skywalks are. And that's what we have for now. Obviously, that bottom part towards the east on the map, that stuff's gonna be cleared out, because as I said, we're gonna put it in the wings. This was before the wing idea came into play. I realized it's just not realistic enough. It's not feasible to safely place however many. That's not even a decent amount of airplanes. And that's what we got there. There we go. I changed it. So now it's at 675 subs. Okay. Will you make this your own? Will you make your own tutorial for this whole map? It's a map. It's basically like what do you think happens in the map? What are you planning on building in the map? I better show you the map. We got someone who's walking here. Why won't it show? What the heck? Oh, here it is. There we go. Yes, I think some of the graphics and logos and extra stuff that I have in OBS, I'm just going to have to clear out because clearly there's something wrong with OBS because I should be able to live stream this map. I have done it before with the face cam and it wasn't this choppy. I was able to still build. So there's clearly something wrong on the OBS end. We're going to get that figured out, but clearly we can't build. We could do a 10-bot challenge. I'm trying to think with that. I always think anything in this map is just not live streamable at the moment. I'm gonna have to spend a whole day going through OBS, getting rid of some stuff that I thought would work but doesn't work. And I think it's just this clip that we have here. This clearly has the most data on it. So let's go back to that image. So as you can see, there is a bunch of different mazes. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that, and they're not gonna be exactly the way you see them, but you got the it looks like paint strokes almost, weaving in and out of each other. And at the very end, you got the ramp, and at the very beginning, you have the entrance because this is for the departure terminal. Obviously, you're not gonna go shopping after you arrive. So this is presumably saying that you're entering from that skywalk that we were just in, and you enter it, and you got all of these shops right in front of you. The ceilings aren't necessarily gonna be high. This is gonna remind you a lot of Heathrow Airport. So that's what it's gonna remind me of. I don't know. We're gonna take everything's gonna be loosely based off of something. That's what I noticed when playing this map, building this map. For instance, the hotel, I could name 5 hotels that hotel is based off of. If you don't know what I'm talking about already, we got videos and playlists on that in this map, and as well as a lot of others. So go and check them out at some point during this live stream. And then you see we got the airplanes, but towards the bottom part we got a whole wing, and you might be saying, well, how is that? And then you'll also notice there's a thin rectangle with lines. Obviously that's stairs. So that stair is coming from the story above. As I said, there was a ramp at the very end. That ramp, I mean, the ramp might be also stairs because I wanted to make it accessible, but it may not even be feasible. And of course, the elevator might just be too much space and too hard to work with, especially in this kind of map. So we're gonna have a ramp or staircase that goes up to a floor above the floor that's in the drawing. And that's going to be open ceilings all the way to the top, ceiling to floor, windows, and it's a full observation place. There's going to be several levels. There's going to be lofts. There's going to be maybe one restaurant. It's going to be quiet though. It's not going to be loud. It's going to be a very relaxing area. But then the floor below it that I have in this drawing, that's supposed to be hectic. That's where the hustle and bustle is, because there's shops at every area. And as you may see, there's a window that points onto the river up at the top. There's also a window that points out onto the patio right here, this triangular patio in the left. And there's also a series of, the windows. The windows do not, though. They do not go on the eastern side. So that would be towards the bottom of the picture. Because there's that hallway. And that hallway is on the same level as the stores. But that ramp is on one section. So that wall, there's no doors or anything connecting from one side to the other. They're two different things, but they happen to be on the same floor. So you take the ramp up after you go through all the stores to that big open quiet place that I was talking about, where you sit there, more of an observatory type of thing. But that's where all the seats are going to be, and that's where all the gates are going to be. That's where you're going to sit and wait for your airplane and look out onto the beach, which will presumably be to the bottom of the picture. So there's going to be this whole beach. Obviously, in front of it's going to be the runway. And what else is there to talk about? Yeah, so I had a number of different stores, things. I had a whole list of things. Let's see if I can pull that up. Yeah, I have a full mall remodel too. I don't know if I mentioned that. We got the train station that we talked about once on the channel. We talked about it in a video, but I don't think that the building was correct, or how I built it. I didn't like it. So, somewhere in this drawing, we're going to have a staircase. And in there, we're going to put a staircase down to the restaurant that you see right... Why is it nothing? Nope. That you're going to see right there. And there's somewhere, it's going to have to be somewhere right in this area, right where this box is. Because... that's the only place it can fit. That being said, I mean, that's still restricting for a restaurant. It was a bad idea from the start, but I'm thinking, what else are you gonna put there? So I extended the wall back. It was originally right here, and there was just a little ledge here, just like a observation platform. I might move it back because I don't think it can properly fit a restaurant here. You need a kitchen, you need indoor and outdoor seating. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work as a restaurant. Especially if this space cannot be used as restaurant space. And all this other stuff will have to be blocked off by the conveyor belt. I don't even know if there's going to be a conveyor belt here, because it's going to be elevated. Because the baggage claim will be on the second floor of this building. And the second floor seems like, I think... I don't even want to check because of how laggy it is. It's at least a block above the foundation on the departure building in the back. So we're going to get that whole thing figured out regardless. So there's going to be a staircase there, for whatever purpose it serves. And then in the far back corner here, as I said, is where the bar and grill restaurant's going to be. I'd say about a small block of this is going to be the actual restaurant. Behind it is going to be the kitchen. And then on this side, I think is what I had in the drawing, is where the staircase is going to go. And that's what we're going to have there. And that's pretty much it for that bar and grill. And there's going to be a few other things, smaller things to talk about there. But that's pretty much it. Once you go up the ramp, then you're in that big lofty area. And then you take the staircase back down. So the gate, you're going to be in line at this gate. But in this gate, you're going to go down a story, back down to the floor you were already on. But not the same area. It's going to be walled off. You happen to go back down a story, but you're in the same floor on the same building and all that stuff. But it's not in the same room, not in the same area. And you're in this narrow, but there's gonna be windows on all sides of the walls. It's gonna be this narrow area that's not gonna feel claustrophobic, but it is. And there's gonna be, as you see in the drawing, those I don't even know what to call it. The walkways, the platforms that go from the airport building to the airplane. We're gonna have that. It's probably gonna slam down a little bit, and that's how they're gonna connect. From my understanding, is what we're gonna be doing. And then I have it divided because, and then I realized that's just how small it is, and it needs to be fixed. That's just how small this airport's gonna have to be. But there's an even split right down the middle, where the arriving airplanes are gonna be. And when the arriving planes come in, they're gonna be coming in, but they're not gonna. There's gonna be a wall in between them. So the people departing and the people arriving aren't gonna be in the same area. So people that are arriving are gonna go to the right. So they're gonna go over here to the right. So they're gonna continue going down, as you can see in the picture here, and they're gonna continue go to the, which is not on the image anymore. I gotta keep putting that up. This live streaming thing, we're gonna have to fix it up. It's gonna have to be somewhere in this area to connect from this building right here to this building over here. Yeah, I don't even understand why it's being so laggy. It's not as laggy on my end, but if it's laggy on your end, it's like, why build? Why even try building if you can't see it? If you can't see the building happening. So we're gonna have to fix that, because I've done streams before where I'm building with the face cam and it's not laggy. So, and I have this whole area marked out for where and the, what do you even call them? Conveyor belts would be, but the conveyor belt's gonna be elevated at least story high, because as I said, in this floor, in this building, the arrival terminal, the baggage claim is gonna be connecting through there. And that's basically all I'm going to talk about regarding the airport, because that's all the news that we got. I want to keep it going with other stuff that we haven't talked about yet. There's Poggers Airlines. The mall, there's so much to talk about. I don't even know if I even talked about this recently. I think I talked about this on the most recent live stream, but all those live streams are getting pretty laggy. We're gonna have to fix all of them. We're gonna be splitting these department stores. They're just way too big. Department stores aren't the best thing ever. There's a reason why they're failing. And it's not just because Amazon's taken over the mall industry, the shopping industry. There needs to be more room for stores. In a mall, you have department stores, you may not, but you have a lot of stores, and you have a lot of restaurant and shopping and dining, all that stuff. So as I said, shopping and dining. Well, the dining part, that's off to the side. We already got that covered. The department stores, we have more than covered, to the point where I think we gotta distribute some space to these other smaller stores. And so we're gonna have at least an even divide down these department stores. They're gonna be small. So whatever drawing I had, which I think I did have, I did a whole video on this, by the way, so go check that. If you have not, go over there and check that video out. We did a whole video, and I'll probably have a card once this stream is edited, ready to go. I realize Roblox is not on, which is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Pathetic. And it lags like that. So, as I was saying, in this mall over here, there's going to be an even divide down these department stores. They've been given too much space. Too much space. Right? That's something we can all agree with, right? So, anyway, we're going to have to move that. And as you see, there's some red lines, yellow dots. And that's just an outline of what I want to have. It's kind of measuring out where everything's going to be, because I do have floor plans. I don't think I have them on file, though, on the live stream, the streaming service here. I don't think they're on there, and it's not worth pulling up because the app is so laggy. I don't want to mess with it. So we're gonna only have room for one escalator. I think that's what we were already gonna have originally. I had a drawing designed for the department store. That's gonna be trashed because, as I just said, you gotta work with the space you're given. You gotta give it more space for more stores. I've been in enough malls to know that having this be your only open space in the middle right here, this middle spot, is not enough for stores. And considering that's open space, it's not even store space, it's just open space. And then I gotta get rid of this. This has to be more densified. So I have drawings, and I explained all of them in detail in these videos. So go check them out if you have not already. I don't even want to start talking about them because I want to keep talking about what new stuff has happened. Not much. But if you are new, then all the stuff is new to you. So we want to talk about all that stuff. But we're probably not going to get to all the stuff. As you can see, there's some other videos and some other buildings here. If you have not seen a video on it, if there's a building in this map that you want to see, there's most likely a video in the My Huge Piggy Build Mode map playlist that's in the link in almost any one of the descriptions of my video, in any one of the videos on my channel. If not, go to my channel page and you'll find the whole playlist is on there on the homepage. So go check that out. I was trying something out here with the as you're starting to notice right in this intersection, thinner lines here. And I started doing this when I thought, you know what, I need to. It's not a question of do I want it, do I not. You need it to distinguish a third lane here. This right lane that merges onto what I'm going to call, I forget if it's called Main Street or Sᴜභꜱ Boulevard, but I'm starting to name these roads. But it's going to merge onto this road. And that's how it's going to go. So I was messing around with the thin blocks. I had to use, what block did I use? I already forget. This is terrible. I used the corner block. This guy. I used him. And I tilted him and rotated him, and then I used the move tool and put more of that block on top of it, a different color, obviously. So that was a lot more simple. I mean, it took a lot of time to think of. But once I did it, it happened. I also noticed I don't like this overlapping glitchiness, but I think it worked. Depends on how you look at it, but it doesn't always. It wasn't glitching on certain other ones, like clipping, I should say. It's not cool. Yeah, it's kind of clipping on all of them, but I've noticed sometimes it doesn't. But we're going to try to slowly progress and try to fix that with most of the lanes, because there are some lanes where it just can't work. For instance, back here, you can't have a thin line go like that without having the end of this white horizontal line stick out a little bit, and we don't want that. I could potentially look into fixing that if we wanted to think about that. But that's what we got there. And then we got the train station here. This should just be the entrance to it. Otherwise, this whole floor down here, I'm going to open it up. We're going to open it up this direction. We may even open it up the other direction as well. Because, well, I don't know what I was thinking. We have to stay in this spot. We must not leave the spot. How dare us not leave this open spot? And I was when I built it, I'm thinking, you know, we want to make this like an old building. This is the backstory. I think I've talked about this before on my channel. But the backstory behind this train station was it was an old colonial building that was built at the same time the rest of the city was built. The main parts of the city, at least. But it sunk. The foundation gave way, and the building just sunk underground. And part of it's still there, so they preserved what they could, and they turned it into the home of mass transit. Now, it's clearly not finished, or, you know, it's barely in the stages of being considered finished. But then you take an escalator after you go through a turnstile, and all this is going to change. The layout's going to totally change because, as you saw, there's no space. You can lie to yourself, but there's no space right here. So we're going to open it up this direction and maybe the other direction as well if I can. Barely. Not really. Probably not. But that's what's going to happen. We're going to put some food. It's going to look like any other city underground train station. Subway station. Metro. Whatever other term you want to use. But that's all the ideas I think I had off the top of my head that we needed to talk about. Also, McDonald's. I've talked about this before. I don't think we need... This is like more of a cosmetic design related change. We don't need this park. We already have that underground parking garage, and it's like, why does McDonald's have a parking lot? But these other businesses, they don't. So that's really a toss-up. So I'm thinking the only way to compromise is by saying, hey, you got a giant parking garage, underground parking garage, right across the street. Do a little bit of walking and you're there. But the best part about this is we can center McDonald's, give it a proper drive-through. This is hardly a drive-through, and you're interfering with traffic, both right here. It's terrible. I'm using the cursor again, and you can't see the cursor. We're gonna have to research that problem because you used to be able to, I believe. So, like right here, right in this section, you're interfering with traffic just to get in. If there's cars coming out here, it's hard to do, and it's very hard to turn here too. So we're gonna have to give it more space. It's just you can't easily do that. And of course, the building is, that's another thing. The building is also way too close to the traffic, so we're gonna have to push that back, center it out a little bit more on the property it's been given. Because I mean, if you want to hear more about the backstory of McDonald's, this unlike the train station, this is a real backstory of stuff that actually happened. This building was originally a hospital. It looked nothing like, actually it wasn't a hospital. It was a bank. It was a brick red color. I kept calling it a hospital in one of my videos. That's why I mistook it for a hospital. And it looked nothing like a bank. It was also built right up to the edge. This was before Wawa was here. This is before the city hall was here. This was before the news center was updated. This is before the train station. This is before an awful lot of things. This is before the shops, I think, were finished. They were filled in. This is before an awful lot of things happened. It was just nothing more than a bank. It looked like a bank. It was filled with soldiers. It was built by a fan. And I think it was intended to be something else. It wasn't even intended to be a bank. But it ended up being a bank, according to the builder. This car repair shop across the street. Nope, it's gone. It's gonna be gone. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I have a you know what? I got notes right here of things it could be, because it just cannot be that. It can be anything but that. So what we got right here, we're gonna put a commercial business in place of the car repair shop. The potential businesses that could fit. Some sort of a French restaurant or creperie. I wanted to put that in there. I have plans for an Italian restaurant, and I wanted to do a French restaurant. We got a Mexican restaurant, and I'm trying to think, let's try to go through all these European or whatever non-US restaurants. And we got an Irish pub in there. It needs fixing. I was just in London. It needs fixing. It's not accurate enough. Nope, cannot go off like that. So we're just mixing up that variety. I don't want to say diversity. I just want variety. And maybe we could put a French, some sort of French thing there. If not, I'm sure there's a bunch of other ideas you guys have that would work. And I know they're known for their cuisine and culinary expertise. Another idea is the gym. Everyone wants a gym, right? We're building one. We're currently fixing up one that I haven't never talked about ever on stream or even on Discord, which is where you guys should go if you haven't already. Definitely go check that out. If you haven't, I don't know what you're doing. You better get on there right now. We're posting updates on there all the time. You get notifications immediately when a live stream like this goes live, and no one knows. No one randomly jumps onto the stream. Hey, I didn't know you were doing a stream today. Hey, Piggy Plus. I'm pleasantly surprised that you're doing a live stream, but you didn't tell us you were doing the live stream last minute like this. You just sprung it on us like that. Okay, if you go into the Discord, there's more information about that. So that's somewhere you need to go. That's a resource that you can use. And then the final idea, which we're just talking about, a bank. Now, of course, this would be shared with a bunch of other things. I was thinking there must be like we could add in another building, like an accounting firm. Or a well, actually, no, we already do have a law firm, a space for a law firm at least, designated for that specific business. Right next to the courtroom. I definitely planned that out. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. Anyway, I just think you got to have some realistic businesses, and that's something I think this map has, but not enough of. A lot of the same stores and restaurants. You got bars and grills. You got a few different stores, not many. You got a pub. You got a few fast food restaurants, but it's basically it. I mean, you don't have an awful lot. You got to fix that immediately. That's just unacceptable. So we're gonna change that up, and if it's a bank, it's gonna be shared with a few other businesses, because it's not gonna be that short either. We're gonna expand vertically. We're gonna add more on top of that building, that car repair shop, because that just, it cannot stay like that. It's cool right now. It's cool for now. It works, but it just cannot stay. What do you think? Should we do a 10 bot challenge? Should we play maps? Well, let's check that sub goal before I even say, should we check maps? To me, it looks like it says 1651. So no. My map can't even run. My computer can't even run because the map is so large. That should be a testament to how large it is, and how big it is, how much time has been put into this. I can't even run it on my own phone. Neither can I. I figured that out a few years ago. Well, actually, yeah, it was year 1. I started building this all out, and I realized, what? I can't keep doing this on my phone. It keeps crashing. This is annoying. And then I went in after a while, a month later, to play on it, and immediately kicked me out. I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. I'm thinking, what is Roblox doing to me? Taking my rights away from me. But then I realized it's all a data issue. Can't even run it on my own phone. Okay, what else? We got spammers. Yippee. My favorite. Love spammers, are the best. Also, I can't get my mod back. The floor plan looks good. The runway, yes. A proper city needs good connections to the airport. Roads, highways, most importantly, the train service. I got a subway, and I have plans to take it to the top of where the road is. So the Sᴜභ괜 Coastal Expressway, that is something I've been planning for a while, and I haven't been talking about. I have it in the notes. Maybe I should make that a public document so you guys can always look at it. The map just froze on me. No, it didn't. Oh, it didn't. I'm a liar. I'm a dirty liar. Wait, why can't I move? Okay, so yeah, this is beautiful. So I have a train loop. I could have sworn I talked about it in my map before. So there's a stop, obviously, at the central station. There's one in the stadium area, that blue building in the back there. And then right over here, there's one in the mall too, and there's going to be one at City Hall. Those are the other 2 stops. But there's one right here. It might be outside right here, right before this turn onto the Sᴜභ괜 Coastal Expressway. And it's not going to be an intersection like this. It's just going to be an on and off ramp. I'm going to turn them into ramps. That's going to be fixed. That cannot stay. Somewhere, or I mean, I really think it would make sense to have it, or I think it would make a little bit more sense to have it here. Dig out a wall, put the turnstiles and all that stuff here, and then right here is where you have the staircase down to the train loop, where everything is, because it's all subway. But it's just not feasible to do a train station from down there, because it couldn't go up, because the idea is I want it to be somewhat realistic. The one thing I could see though is if we did do a train station. I mean, and the way this works is that I want them all to be level, all the train stations to be level, but they're not gonna physically connect. The original idea, before I'll tell you what my original idea is, and I'll tell you what the idea is now, what it's been recently, currently. The old idea was you're gonna build basically a closed course, a closed track, where you're gonna bring cars that represent trains. And you're gonna drive them underground in this loop. And there's going to be various stops. And then I thought, why not waste all that time in building? Because there might be obstructions that you have to cut through, or that'd be just the time just to build all that. This hollow tunnel that goes through and connects a bunch of different places around the city underground. I thought that's something that just we can't build all that. It's unnecessary. So I thought, wait, we got this portal update recently. And I mean recently, I'm talking whenever the last live stream was. So I thought, why not build a section that looks like the tunnel just goes out into the abyss, but obviously you're gonna have like a blank sheet, and you know it's into the abyss. You can't actually walk up to it, but inside there's gonna be a train car there. You walk into the train car. You go to one side. There's a teleport, the portal trap, or whatever it's called, the portal, and it goes to the adjacent station, into that train car, where the portal will be. But if you go on the other side, it's the same case. You're going to go to the adjacent station, and that will take you to the train car in the adjacent station. That's what we're going to have now. I think it's great because the portal works. And as I say that, I realize it wouldn't be realistic if someone were to actually, use their common sense and say, but that's on the top of the mountain. How the heck could it possibly connect with this? This is even solid land right here. We're talking about small land masses. How the heck are you supposed to put a train station? I agree, it would be realistic to have a train station, but look what we have. We have the SWE here. Not the SWE. Wow, I have to think about it. Why did I say W? The SC. It's the Sᴜභ괜 Coastal Expressway. So it's not really much of an expressway, but it's going to be an expressway. I'm going to turn this into an on and off ramp somehow. I don't want to make it some sort of intersection right here, where the off ramp, please let me have it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it'll look like from the car's perspective. So you're in the right lane, like a normal car, and you drive and see, what? We're already there? Exit 1? Sᴜභ괜 International Airport, next left. I might have to dig in this way and do like an underground jug handle type of thing to get to this spot, or I might have to go above. But you don't want to have to make that turn like that and hold up traffic, because we want to be as realistic as we can. And as you saw, I just missed the sign right here. Sᴜභ괜 City Board of Freeholders and County Commissioners welcomes you to the Sᴜභ괜 International Airport. So that's what the off-ramp has off the Sᴜභ괜 Coastal Expressway. And then right here, of course, a little tribute to myself. The full city primarily designed by PIGGY+. Go search the YouTube for more tips, tricks, videos, and streams, because obviously that's what you're here for. You want to hear more about this map. That's basically like free advertising, which is definitely a tip, by the way. Definitely a tip. If you want to grow your channel as well as your map at the same time, you could do one by doing the other. You could advertise your YouTube channel in your map, if that's what your YouTube channel is about. So that's a good question. I like that. I like to hear stuff like that. But as you see, there's a road connecting it. And going back to, I was talking about the Italian ristorante. That's gonna be over here. I hate this turn right here, by the way. This is gonna have to go. It's gonna have to be a little bit wider. That is an immediate turn. You're gonna have to stop, then turn. This, I was trying to be creative because I don't want a straight line. I don't know if I want to keep that now, because now that it's an expressway, I don't know if I want to keep that. Then along this cliffside here, I guess is what you could call it, right here on this blank spot right here, I planned this out perfectly. Is where I'm gonna put my Italian ristorante. We got a waterfall here. I don't remember seeing a waterfall when I was in Italy a few years ago. 2 years ago? I don't know. A year ago. It was a year ago. But there were mountains, and that's good enough for me. It was very hilly. Very. And that's all I needed. That was good enough for me. For landform purposes. So this will slope down to what will be a beach out here. aside from the runway, which will be here, and the wings and everything that stick out from it, this river will merge into the beach. The beach will continue going out there. So that river is not going to stop and just, the beach will be here. This space immediately once it stops, the river's going to go out a bit longer. And there's going to be a slope down. And then that slope down will eventually go into like a sandy beach. It's hard to imagine because it's this dark green, lush green mountainside. And then, boom, like that. It's sand. We'll try to make it work. We might put up dunes or something to merge the two together to make it look interesting. Let's see what else we have in the chat here. Where's my mouse? There's the map. Yep. What? It lost connection. I don't even know what to tell you. Oh, here we go. We're back. Guess who's back again? Okay. Proper city yawn. I have everything laid out. The building is the issue. Building it is the issue. You want help? I'll take ideas because that was a good idea to have a train station down there, but it's the landforms that I put down there. I don't think they make sense, and then it's also not really accurate. It's a cool idea though. It's very realistic. I like how we're staying with the realism. So can we play with you? We might. You know what? I don't know if it's laggy enough that we can't play. You could try messing around with it, doing a test run. You can join him, but it's almost unplayable. Really? A bakery, yes. So yeah, like a creperie. I said a creperie, but it could be a bakery, a French bakery. We've heard of that before, right? I could do some sort of a boardwalk bakery. Oh, oh! I just said a great idea. A boardwalk. We need a boardwalk. As someone who lives on the coast, we need to have a boardwalk. I think it's great because of many reasons. So I'll talk about them soon because I mean that's just that idea. Then you have all those buildings. Then you can add more hotels. I'm kidding. We're not gonna add more hotels. I think the hotel we have now is fine. I had an idea originally where the airport is to put a hotel there. I had drawings and I had plans. I had concept art, and then I trashed it all because I realized we already have one hotel. I can build that hotel, but in another slot, because I who knows? Maybe this map might come to an end. And so I'm trying to build out the borders so I don't continue adding on. An overpass? You gotta explain that. Okay, the stream is good. Yeah, let's see. I like that idea. Let's play it. Let's play it. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Let's play it. Night, obviously. A pizza place? That's a good idea too. Yeah, we don't have any pizza places in here yet. That might go hand in hand with the Italian restaurant. I don't know. I mean, it could be an Americanized version, because every American pizza place is not necessarily accurate to, or even resembles being close to it. Because I mean, you got Chicago pizza, you got New York pizza, you got Brooklyn pizza, and it's all Americanized. Oh, what am I doing? Let's play it. Let's play it. So get on in here. If you haven't already. Get on your computer. Yeah, I already have to say that. You have to get on your computer. Not your phone, not your iPad, your computer. Let's play it. I may have moved the spawn point. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I know I did. No, I know I did. It's gonna spawn me somewhere that's not the spawn area. Whatever. We just have to wait. It's gonna spawn me in the wrong spot. We already know that. We know that for a fact. Whatever. I can't even skip it, can I? It says press F1, but F1 on my keyboard is brightness down. Me, who is a mobile player and owns no computer. That used to be me. That used to be me, and that's why. Let's see. You might be able to see it in the logo, but my channel had some. I mean, you can even see. Well, let's pull up the most obvious thing that you can see right in front of you. My Roblox username, MGVCHANNELYT. My YouTube name changed many times. Yep, I knew it would spawn me there. Okay. I knew it would spawn me there. Game over, yay. Okay. Let's just move that spawn point. I was testing something out in the gym of the hotel. So MGB channel stands for Mobile Gameplays Vids. That was an old thing on my channel. You were dead inside. I said that so robotic. I said that with no emotion or anything. But I would love to do a 10 bot challenge. I would love to, I'm trying to think of what else we can do. Inner City, I mean, that's not necessarily related. I mean, we could try it. Do a few rounds of Piggy. But the sub goal has not gone up at all. I will start to think there's a reason to do the sub goal. In fact, I think it only went down. I think we started at 1,652, and it just went down from there. In fact, we might have to end the stream soon, because I am on a schedule. Unlike every other time I've done a stream, I do have a schedule. Wait, oh shoot. Oh, Piggy Plus, what are you doing? Would you do 1v1 challenge? We've done 2 already. I'm open for another one. But we gotta make what's that? Make connections. That too. But where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? I can't even see that. We're gonna have to talk about that on Discord. DM me on Instagram or Twitter, or I should say X. It's not called Twitter anymore. Or even YouTube comments if you want to make it easy. I did have a document at one point, but people started spamming the document, and it's hard to get in contact with them, especially when the map's not working. That was an idea I saw many other YouTubers do. It's hard because you say, here, put down your contact information. You contact the person. They never get back. Okay, well, goodbye. Oh well, your map won't be played. So, you wait 5 to 10 business days, and they don't respond. Well, I already moved on to the next person anyway, and that also turned out to be no luck. You go through all of them, you read through. There's this one guy who spammed a few times. We gotta get rid of this guy. And I think it's just not the best idea to do it in a Google form. I had a Google form where you could just fill out all that information. It's still loading. It's still loading. I don't even see my mouse. I don't even see my mouse. This is terrible. Let's see. Good job. Good luck. I gotta go. I'm amazed that you've improved your map. I don't remember. Oh, I remember. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. I haven't played this map. So this is a builder who's been building the map. I don't even know if you can see the chat. Let's see if you can see the chat. So here we go. Here's the chat right here. I love how I can just do that. It says, wow, the map. So this is a guy from he was one of our older Piggy Build map builders. He came in, I think he helped with the old map too. I might be wrong about that. I might be. Wow, the maps looks like you've gotten really good, blah blah blah. I can't believe he's busy working on one of his buildings. Gotta go, just amazed how you improve the map. I haven't seen this map since 2021. And let me tell you, this is just amazing. I love it. Good job and good luck. That is great. I mean, not only is that great to hear, but You'd think someone from 2021 would not care at all about what I'm doing now. You'd think, oh wow, well that's in the past, pal. Move on. But that is great to see that people still stick around. And it's still loading, so how do I kick myself out? I don't know if that's gonna work. I wanna play it. I wanna play it. Don't get me wrong there, I wanna play it. Can I leave? Is there anyone in the map? May not have been a good idea. It's still loading. Okay. Well, let's see. What else could I talk about? I have future stadium updates. This may never happen. This is just in the very, very, very far future. This is not important. It says added underground sports complex. Eventually change the name from Sᴜභ괜 Sports Stadium to Sᴜභ괜 Sports Complex. Fill in the remaining blank space in the security wing. Add balconies. Add a two-floor staircase. A second floor staircase. I'm trying to think of what that means. Add balconies. Oh, yeah. The balcony's on the second floor. Yeah. So I add more. Add things that stick out. Let's go back in. Let's play it. So on the third floor, open up the exterior walls for balconies. The exterior walls around the concourse. Knock them out and add buildings that extend out onto the exterior. And then build a nosebleed section. That's something I wanted to do. So that's like the ultimate top. Here's the stadium. Here's like the final row of seats above it. And remove unused space in the security wing by pushing the front wall. The front wall. So here's Main Street where the road's on, and then push this wall. Push it back. Push it back. So that you have more, I don't know, put a patio there or something. I might be knocking that wall out and then rebuilding it a few blocks behind it. It's still loading. This is ridiculous. And then create a plaza or patio or something. Let's see, anything else I can talk about? So the hotel updates, I can read you about that. So the rooftop pool is a lazy river. I want to have a burger bar. I want to have tropical bar. Oh, a bar. So like alcohol bar. What you'd think a bar would be. But burger bar sounded really cool when I said that, so I wrote that down. A towel supply and return stations. Duh. Create a model, like a different build for our lounge chairs. I did already have a model of that, but now that we have this move tool and so many other parts to work with from that time that I made it to now, we have the possibilities are endless for that. So that's what we could do. Perhaps push the bench, that bench piece, the 2x1 bench piece, push that with a chair together. That was originally the idea I had, but it wasn't pushed together because we didn't have that feature back then when I first built it. Build in cabanas. The ideas just get better. I don't know if I'll have enough space for that. In addition to cabanas, we'll also have pergolas. I mean, you may only get one of them. The space in that area is limited. Fix the hot tubs up with the move tool. Improve the walls, floors, and ceilings of the rest of the hotel with the move tool. Most of that we've done. Now the news station, I already did that all. That's old news. So we are building a courtroom. I don't know if I've already told you this, but we are building a courtroom. Oh yeah, now it's loading. We're building a courtroom in the town hall. And obviously, so here's the police station, and here's the town hall. In the middle, right here, is where the courtroom's gonna go. So it's connecting both of them. I think it's gonna work out pretty well. I like the idea. Well, I don't know, let's play it. What the heck? Let's play it. Let's just play it. Let's play it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play it. Make sure you're subscribed if you have not already. Tap that nice bell. Wait, let's see if I can. Let's load in because apparently no one was there. Let's just quickly play. And I think this will be it. Because I am on a schedule. And maybe sometime this week. I don't even know. Do we like weekday streams better? Because, I mean, throughout the summer at least, I can try to incorporate them. Obviously not during the time that is not the summer. The rest of the year. That won't be feasible by any means at all. But what I can't even say guarantee, because as you've seen, it's the summer, and I somehow still can't even do live streams. Like, what could you be doing in summer that's more important than live stream? Well, of course, you know, you have jobs. You have jobs. I mean, it's pathetic. This YouTube channel won't even make money yet. And put my heart and soul into it. Now, it'll happen when it does. And we're going to be changing things. Obviously, every time you do a video, every time you do a stream, you got to change something. Because what went wrong on that first stream is the reason why you're failing. So you gotta change something, and then you gotta test out which one it is, and then you gotta be like, I won't do that thing ever again, because that's what screwed me the last time. So let's just quickly, why? Let's go fix that spawn point thing, and let's just play it. Let's just play it. People or no people, we've got to play it. That was an unofficial promise I made to you guys. So this. What is this? This Irish pub that needs to be fixed. I was at Raglan Road the other day. Yeah, that's what it was inspired off of. It needs work. What I have in here, it needs work. The gym. Let's fix this guy up. You're not supposed to see any of this, by the way. You're not supposed to see this. Wait, what? No. This is why I hate these lights. And let's go down. Yeah, I'm starving. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in a spawn point here. Oh look, he's building. He said he wasn't gonna build, but he's building. That what? Piggy plus building? On a stream he said he wouldn't build? This is ridiculous. Why would he lie to us like this? But here he is doing it. Okay, we're gonna save that. There we go. Hopefully it'll actually save. So that so the person would presumably fall right down the tube. That's where the spawn is. That's where it's always been. We just move it because I always move it for temporary testing purposes to see how things will work out. The link update. I know it's not much of an update anymore. It's old news. Parking garage. I gotta show you that later. We'll show you that later. But there are certain things that need to be talked about there. Let's go and play it. Let's no. We gotta change it to dark mode. Okay. Let's change that bad boy to dark mode. Night mode, sorry. Boom. And then I'm not gonna change it to first person mode because that's unnecessary right now. And then, no, not swarm mode. I don't even need, wait. I don't even know if the pig is released or not. We'll find out. We'll find out the hard way. It's not a good idea, but the game has started. Selected mode. Fine. Here goes nothing. Wait a second, why? Oh, we have the same problem we did the other day. So yeah, make sure you Spike this video. Press that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the stream. Let me know what color that like button is when you click it. Oh, it's would you like to 1v1 me? Oh, he said again. Grandpa, I thought this was a new person. All right, I'll reach out to you. Great. Do you like pineapple with pizza? I haven't tried that yet. I wouldn't immediately say no. I would not immediately say no. That doesn't sound awful. Do you like pineapple and pizza? Why won't you like both? I remember Wizard Creator. Yeah. 2021. That's crazy. Exactly. I'm currently rebuilding 2.4 TF2 Piggy with custom capture the flag game objective. That's cool. I mean, there's so many things you could do with the mechanics in the game. You have the hidden ending, right? Of course I do. Of course, you know me. It's still loading. I knew this was gonna be a bad idea. No, no, don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know. Okay. So as we wait, hopefully not forever, for this, let's see what other information I can pull up right now. What does that say? Here's your explanation. Saul Goodwin in the court. Is he the guy from that meme? An overpass for the train to the airport. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's just too high up. I mean, here's wait, I'm gonna put this in the frame. So here's the airport all the way down here. It's in swampland. So remember, there's a river, so it's not much. The water table's not much, so it's barely holding whatever it's holding. So you can't dig underground, that's for sure. Otherwise, I'd have my parking garage underneath, but it's just not realistic enough. I mean, if you want to look at from a civil engineer's standpoint, that's no. You're looking at the soils, you're looking at how much of it is. You can't dig six feet deep and not get to wet water and then get to swampy water, because underneath all that landmass, there's water. So you can't do that so easily. And then the overpass idea, that's too big. And you'd be cluttering up that area. It's supposed to be a bit beautiful enough and clean around the height of the mountain. Yeah, through the mountain. It's not, it doesn't go that far down. It's only going a story deep into the ground. Is where the train is. Well, no, the station's a story down. And then the train is where the train actually is and will presumably run is a story under that. So in total, it's 2 stories from ground level, from the main ground. So it's just too far away in any direction from the airport. I understand what you're trying to say. And I like the idea. But it's just... And I thought of it myself too, and I'm thinking, it won't work. I mean, you could pretend, hey, look, there's a train, and it magically takes you up to the rest of the world. I guess that's a good transportation idea. But you want people to be able to figure out, hey, there's a highway that you can drive/walk down or end up that can take you there. You want to be realistic. I understand the train's just as realistic, but it depends on what you mean by realistic. So there's the mountainside outpost that we were talking about. That's that building we built. I just impulsively built it for the heck of it. I built it just for the heck of it. And I realized, oh, now we got to give it a purpose. Now it needs to actually mean something. Otherwise, we have to tear it down. So we're probably gonna change the textures to make it look like a log cabin, because that looks anything but that. That's a brick building without a ceiling. Have it that log cabin atmosphere to it. It's gonna be a National Park Service visitor center, or it's gonna be as I said, an outpost, or like a lodging area for the rangers, park rangers, to be for the mountain. Otherwise, it's gonna be a visitor center. I like the idea of a visitor center. It's as much space as it takes up. I don't even know if it's big enough for that. We're gonna have large bathrooms centered in the middle at best. As it's the best idea. That's what I have written in the notes. That doesn't make too much sense right now. Mountain details, we already read that. New production space, stadium updates, shifting foundation and McDonald's. We talk about all this stuff. Future projects. Let's talk about future projects, because we got a bunch of stuff. So on existing land, we got, this is sort of it's we already talked about. We got this is future projects. This is on existing land. So we got the park on top of the mountain, done basically. Italian restaurant. We talked about the idea. It's at the base of the waterfall. We talked about that, and we're gonna go into more detail about that. I mean, that's a future project. That's gonna take a while to talk about. So that's gonna be something that won't immediately happen like that. We first have to talk about the airport, and as you see, the progress of the airport's happening so slowly, and not to mention the train station that we still have yet to talk about and build. Shifting the foundation of McDonald's, not officially guaranteed that's gonna happen. That's like, oh well, I don't love the way McDonald's looks. Let me waste all my time and just build it. I'm not saying it can't happen. We could totally do it, but it's just gonna happen so far in the future that's not even worth talking about. And then maybe by doing that, we could even raise the foundation up by a block or two. I don't see why we would, because that would affect it with the drive-through and entering in. That's an unnecessary hassle. Now let's talk about future projects on expansions, stuff that isn't on the map yet. We got the hospital. So this would be to the left of the City Hall if you looked at it from the front of the City Hall. So behind McDonald's, to the left of City Hall, behind Wawa, that area that hasn't been built up. We could put a hospital there. So it's west of City Hall, south of Wawa, most likely to be replaced with a harbor. So that either that area is going to be a harbor or a hospital. It's going to be one or the other. There's going to be a beach surrounding the southern and eastern borders, if I haven't mentioned that already. So, right where the City Hall is, you go down, or the, whatever, Town Hall, whatever you want to call it. There's those roads that go down. Now, of course, there's going to be... Here's the road of the City Hall at the very lowest point. And here's where the beach is going to be. You still got that slope to worry about. But, I mean, you got to worry about that at every end, so... And it is lower, by the way, that platform. It is still lower than the Sᴜභꜱ Coastal Expressway, which goes around the side of that steep cliff area where the mountain is, where the mall is. So that's gonna have to go down a little bit lower, and then one of the beasts around that, the French restaurant, the Crêperie. That's an idea I want to happen, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Same thing with the Italian restaurant, but I already made a space for that, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. So future projects, most likely for a new map. The cruise ship idea. We've talked about this forever. And I've been on... I shouldn't say I've been on enough, but we have all the research at our fingertips, so if I wanted to look up images and get some more ideas of maps and layouts and all that kind of stuff. The cruise ship, and of course, without a cruise ship, you need an embarkation building, so you need that too. I want a hotel that's... This is my notes. I don't even know if this might be outdated. I don't know if I still want this, but it says heavily inspired hotel that's inspired off of the Bellagio Resort, which is on the Las Vegas Strip. I had an idea. It was like a 1-second thought. I could build a Las Vegas Strip. I mean... Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. And I also had another 1-second thought that went in my mind for a little bit and then said, no, it's too good to be true. It's not going to happen. No way. And you're going to get too caught up in the fine details of it. It was Disney World. I love studying maps. So, I mean, laying everything out wouldn't be the biggest part of the challenge. It's just the fine-tooth details, the patience, the accuracy. Well, I mean, those little details that you need to get. The parts that no one ever sees. The parts behind the building that you just need to build. We need to fill that in. And there's got to be some level of accuracy. And I'm very hard on myself when it comes to critiquing that type of stuff. So that's something that you can't let go unnoticed. And then building exterior designs. Most likely for hotels. Why did I put that here too? Round circular. Oh, yeah. Oh, the exterior... Oh, buildings. The exterior designs for buildings. Most likely for hotels. For instance, round circular towers that go up for a hotel. I saw this once in London, and I was really inspired by it. I thought that was really cool. That city really reminds me of Washington, D.C. a lot. At least when I saw it. I mean, I thought it was a pretty clean city. Still homeless people, but it was clean. All the buildings have been updated. Windows and balconies angled inwards. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. So this is another building I saw where there's the windows on one side and then there's a wall. And it's like that everywhere you go. So it's kind of inverted on the side of the building. So that's what we have there. And I guess I could read you now since we have the time. It's not loading. This is pathetic. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. I don't think we can. A ship would be cool. Yeah, this is something you can't sit here and talk about all day without having a background. It loads. Loading for what? I think it's all because of the live stream. It says 0 dropped frames. Really? I definitely believe that. The CPU 28%, 50 frames. Maybe for my face, but what about the background? It's going like 1 frame per second. Well, I think I hate to end the stream like that, but I don't even know what else to say. I think I could talk about some of the ideas that I have for the airport, but I think I talked about most of them. The train station locations. Add triangles to make the building. Oh yeah. So around the central station, we want to make sure that building looks. What's it? Make it like it was. Here it is. Make it look like it's been sunk into the ground, as I said earlier. But I think those are all my ideas regarding that. And I have all the other stuff written down. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, the mall update. Yeah, I have a whole list of stores that I want. I have the U-shaped hallway with the lobby color palette from a hotel. 3 points of entry for the old cafeteria wing. The center section will have the clothing stores and a Lego store. And I have a list of all these different stores. I have the Apple Store, T-Mobile, Famous Footwear, Bath & Body Works, Old Navy, Under Armour, GameStop, Build-A-Bear, American Eagle. And then I have add entrance from the pond area. I don't remember what it is. Oh, so that's like from the southern point. And if I did have an entrance from there, that's probably what would be there. Have large arches at both ends of the U. This is hard to really talk about if you can't really see it. And I mean, it's not like there's anything to see right now, but I'm just visualizing it all in the head. This is the most unprofessional way to do it. But what I can tell you is you can go to a video where I talk about all the different stuff happening in the mall and the airport, as well as everything else in the city. There is a playlist that you can check out right now. It's in the description. There's probably going to be a card somewhere if you're watching this later. And it's on my channel. So even if you just go right below this video and click on the Piggy Plus logo, scroll down not that far, you're going to find my huge Piggy Build Mode map. Click on that, and you got the whole playlist right there. So you got everything you could ever want. That's all the information that we have on the map. Everything covered. So you're not missing anything. You're going to get information on every single little thing that's been happening in the map. So you definitely go check that out if you haven't already. So if you haven't already seen that, I just want to let you know, thank you for your time. You've been watching this on Piggy Plus.